Alright. Part 3 of the Yamaha build. The carburetor came in. Super stoked. Gonna open it up and see what she looks like. Hopefully it's the right one. If it's not, I might cry. It is the right carburetor. It is the right carburetor. Took it apart, looked at the inside, brand new, and this is what was stopping it from basically running. The starter plunger. So I'm so fucking stoked to get outside and put this thing on. The only thing that's gonna hold me up from just slapping it in and starting it up is, where's it at? The choke cable. I'm not sure how to do that fully, but I'm pretty sure I can figure it out. And the other one in the other carburetor is seized, so that's gonna be fun. But it's the right fucking one. Thank God. I've been waiting so long for this thing. So glad it's here. And I'm glad I also jumped on it when it was 118 bucks. Because this doesn't even look cheap at all. It's the same exact carburetor that was on it. So, same brand and everything. So, I'm going to go ahead, go outside, take the carb off the bike, take the tank off again for the third fucking time. And then try to get this on there and get it all plumbed up, and hopefully she'll run. I guess I'll see you guys when I'm ripping the other carb off. Okay, this is the old one. Junk. But also like $38 spent of junk because I put a new float, needle valve, and all that shit in it. But then my starter plunger was still broken. And then also my choke cable is broken. I still have to order a choke cable, but there's the new carb on it. Oh, it's so shiny with the new engine. Well, the new freshly painted engine. Everything's really starting to be cleaned up. Now, if you see all the surface rust all over my foot pegs and everything like that, I'm gonna keep it because I actually like how it looks. Now, the fork and everything is gonna be all shined up. Those are gonna be painted black. Eventually be getting different bars, stupid shit like that. And I still need to replace the speedo cable. But I'm gonna put all this together and see if it'll fire up without a choke cable. And if it doesn't, I'm gonna go, I still gotta go order one from Harley Davidson. So, be back in a minute. All right, she's running. No leaks, no nothing. I still need to get a choke cable. It's running without one. But, oh, it sounds so good. You wanna rev it up, Zoe? Yeah. All right, let's do it. Still gonna have to mess with the carburetor a lot, but it's running. I can't believe it. Sounds good. Now we're gonna go up to Harley Davidson and order a choke cable, and there's a little rubber boot at the top of this that goes to the air cleaner box on the inside of the frame. I'm gonna order one of those too because that one's all crunchy. It should be all soft. All right. Just fired it up for you guys, and for me for the first time. Fucking amazing, sounded great. So that carb really did its job. And now I'm gonna go order a choke cable for it so it can definitely run right when it's cold. And then also there's like a rubber boot at the top of the carburetor that's pretty crunchy that needs to actually be soft so it can fit around over top of the carburetor and the seats into this air box frame at the top. So I'm gonna go ahead, head to Harley Davidson, order those, and pick up a new battery because that's probably old as shit. So yeah. All right, just got back from Walmart, AutoZone. Picked up a battery and a charger. I've needed this in the past, so it's good I finally picked one of these up. Here's the battery. You had to pour like acid in each one of these compartments, and you had to fill it to the upper level. Kind of sketchy for me. I've never messed with one of these before, but it's done. It's sitting there. It says it has to sit there for like 60 minutes and like cure or whatever, and then I can pop it on the charger. So I'm gonna go over to my buddy's house, chill for a little bit, come back, pop it on the charger, and it will most likely be dark when I'm firing it back up. And then I got to make sure that like the horn works and the blinkers work and brake light works and all that shit, because I'm going to be getting inspected. All right. Got the battery hooked up to the new charger. Apparently it says it's a good battery, so hopefully I did that acid shit right. It said it's charging. Fucking directions in this thing said it should be charged like an hour and a half, so it'll definitely be dark, so I can test out the lights and everything. So it's going to work out good. And tomorrow after work, I'm going to go ahead and start taking the wheels off and painting them. The chrome's a little rough, so I'm going to go ahead and clean it all up with a Scotch-Brite the best I can, and then I'm going to hit it with primer, and then it's going to be, the wheels are going to be like glossy black. I was going to go red, but I think red's going to stand out too much, so I'm definitely going to go with black. Got this just to hit up a couple more spots on the motor I missed from not like actually angling myself around the motor, and it's only a couple spots, so I'm going to clean that up. And then I'm only going to try this on the front wheel first and see how it works out, but I'm going to try to do white walls with Plasti Dip. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So I will see you guys when I'm firing this thing back up, and we're seeing how the lights work. Alright, see you in a minute. Alright, it's dark. Battery's charged up. All I had to do was re-bend those prongs a little bit to get them to fit right, but the last battery I had in before is way too small as well. So whoever did that before me is a fucking idiot. But now we're going to see if it fires up and put the seat back on and get back to you guys hopefully when it's running. Alright, so I went to fire it up and some lights came on, but it wouldn't crank. So went back up, read the directions on the battery, and basically said that sometimes when you go to put it back on there, it'll suck the volts straight back down and you'll have to recharge it, but it shouldn't happen again. So it is back on the charger. Kind of cool. There's like a hook thing on it for your handlebar, I'm guessing. But got that charging up, and now I'm just gonna chill up there in the window and wait for it to be green, and then I'll fire it up and make sure all the lights work and everything. So hopefully I'll see you guys when it's finally running on its own fucking power. Alright, see you guys in a minute. Alright, it's the next day, the next night, a little after work. I had to go and get another battery because the last one was messed up. It didn't hold any charge or anything like that. So I went ahead and got another one. Decided to bust out my voltmeter this time after it was done charged. I can see that it's got a full charge. So I would go out right now, but it's raining, so I will see you guys after work tomorrow. It shouldn't be raining. Alright, it's the next day. Nice and sunny out. It's been warming up in the sun because I don't have a choke cable. It's coming in the mail pretty soon. Ordered it a couple days ago. But the stock horn that was on it, and this is a stock 1988 horn, so not surprised that it broke. But I never got to hear the sound of this horn on this bike, but I heard videos on YouTube and everything like that, and it was pretty weak. So I went and picked up a blaster horn from AutoZone for 15 bucks, and let's see how that sounds. I'm alright with that sound for right now. I might change it later to like an Auga horn or something, but right now that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and fire the bike up. Get back, guys. Just keep in mind it doesn't have a choke at all on it, so that's why it is running like that a little bit once it first fires up. But yeah, brake lights are working, the blinkers are working, headlights working, speedo works. I figured out I just had to clean out this piece on the inside of this hub, it was all dirty and had grease in it and stuff, so that works now. But now I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Forgot to turn the fuel on. I'm gonna go ahead and take it and try to get it past inspection so I can get the plates. And also went to Walmart, picked up a cheap $45 half shell helmet. It didn't fit my head the way I wanted to. It fits too high up, so I bought a brand new helmet and then cut it all up. Of course. Kind of just colored the corners a little bit so you don't see the white, but it fits a lot, like, it fits on my head more, like it comes down farther, so it's more comfortable. But yeah, I got that because I have a full face helmet, but you always got these blind spots on the sides. And I know this is safer than that, but, you know, I like the wind in my face, so we're going to try that one out, but I always have this one to go back to. And the stand it's on, I made that at work when I was just bored. It's a straight piece of rebar that goes down to 2 truss stand plates from my work, and then I just really shittily welded that together in the bottom. Then if you see, it has another piece of rebar coming up so that you can buckle your helmet to it. It's kind of like a little helmet holder. But yeah, I might end up making those a little bit nicer and selling them on the side. So if you guys like it or anything like that, we can always figure something out. But yeah, now we're gonna roll up to the inspection place and hopefully it passes. This is what they gave to me after I got the title transferred into my name for the bike. All I needed was a 60-day safety inspection, proof of insurance, and property tax from last year. So I have all that stuff here. I'm going to go get the inspection now. So hopefully after the inspection, I'll be able to go straight to the DMV and get my plates. So that is... Alright, back from the inspection place, won't pass. I already know why. Because we made straight pipes. So I'm going to go ahead and clean the stock mufflers up the best I can. Weld them back to each piece. Grind the welds down and then wrap the wrap a little bit over top of each one of these. So it doesn't look so bad. But then apparently the guy that just kind of looked over it for me, he basically said it'll pass no problem once I put some mufflers on it. So there will be no ride along today, just because I just got all my tickets and everything taken care of. I'm not trying to get any more. So next video hopefully will be inspected and you will get that ride along I've been saying. So I'm going to go ahead and next video will be tackling that exhaust right there. And hopefully a couple other parts will be coming in that I've ordered. So until then, guys, hopefully when you see it next, we'll be out on the road and legal. So yeah, have a good one. Stay tuned.